You must die in next 48 hours. If you get a Darwin Award, you will be reincarnated. How will you die? Trying to lick a passing train. For your sake, I hope someone gets it on video. There would be. Trains have a camera on the front. If you get a Ferromex engine, it has cameras on side of engine face towards the cars. Commit toaster bath but have a plate and some butter nearby to make it look like I genuinely wanted to eat toast. I'll bring the avocado. Whoa, Richie McRich millennial here with their fancy suicide. Like my neighbor, almost, did, standing on my roof, cleaning off the leaves with a power washer while wearing Crocs. Edit, sorry, his roof. He must have been a really big fan of slip and slides. Edit, fresh asphalt shingles are actually super grippy, but yeah, I wouldn't do that either. Lighter and/or dry weather, assuming the roof is relatively flat, for me. Edit, the above is true of fresh asphalt shingles, but is not true of old asphalt shingles. Over the years, whatever binds the grit on top to the underlying shingle wears off, leaving a slippery surface, not a grippy one. Yes, but Crocs super aren't. Everybody at my work, kitchen, wears Crocs because I guess they're really anti-slip. The anti-slip ones for the restaurant industry are very anti-slip. I assume the regular ones are significantly less grippy. It's funny seeing a bunch of 20-year-old dudes wearing Crocs with flames on them and shit lamau. I'd finally see what those Tide Pods have to offer. Going lion hunting with a Nerf bat. Why is this so buried? This made me laugh far more than it should have. Russian roulette with a magazine-fed pistol. That was already done. Russian roulette with an RPG. Russian roulette with a Russian. Russian roulette with FPS Russia. Well, they stole his guns, so he'd probably still be a formidable opponent. Bungee jump with normal rope. Or with a bunch of rubber bands strung together. I've done this with Barbie dolls. None of them died when I threw them from the barn loft. Darwin Awards tend to go to people who unintentionally died doing something they thought was a good idea, and executing it poorly. Attempting to forcibly vaccinate the child of a famous anti-vaxxer politician whilst they are on stage with their parents, by rushing at them whilst holding a syringe, only to be gunned down by the Secret Service. Edit, a number of people have commented saying I should not do this. I have no plans to do this. Damn son, this is good. Where'd you find this? I'll die peacefully in my bed, no way I'm doing this over again. Is there room for one more? It'll be the big spoon. Triple stacked spoons, here we come. Human died due to being on the bottom of a record-breaking cuddle pile. Scientists say they should have realized that enough was enough when the bed and floor collapsed under the weight. Experts say participants were idiots and deserving of the Darwin Award, but also very sweet and warm. But also very sweet and warm, those idiots? Chocolate chip cookies right out of the oven. Skydiving by using a small plastic bag as a parachute. Or a cargo net. It's like a parachute but with 90% of the material removed, so it'll be a lot lighter. Or an umbrella. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. My best friend's older brother actually did that off the roof when he was in 3rd or 4th grade and broke both his legs. Lol. I mean, something was poppin'. I live in the 9th floor. Suddenly, I notice my windows need cleaning. Outside cleaning. To be safe, I will tie myself with a sturdy rope. The other end attached to a light, 15 centimeters, about 6 inches, tiny stool I got home. You fall, but the stool gets stuck between some furniture. You live on, with the most embarrassing story ever. Tie the other end around my neck, that'll keep me safe. Don't want to be stuck upside down if you fall. Go in for a job interview and partway through take a sip of water from the glass they provide for you. It goes down the wrong pipe, but instead of suffering the embarrassment of coughing and sputtering in front of the people who will be deciding your employment, you double down and chug the whole glass down the wrong pipe. You then try to carry on the interview, but can't. A few incoherent minutes later, your corpse is lying across the interview table, drowned, your dignity intact. Looks like someone already got reincarnated and is now telling their story cause this shit's way too specific. Oddly specific. Rabid raccoon beauty pageant. I will die by mauling, as I attempt to put Princess Scabies von Garbagetooth into some culturally inaccurate lederhosen for the talent portion. Princess Scabies von Garbagetooth is the Disney princess the world deserves. Duckane. 1010, pal. I'll run myself over with my own car. Again. But this time I'll try for my head. This actually happened to a neighbor of mine growing up. No idea how, but her driveway was sloped. The story that went around the neighborhood was that the elderly lady was unloading groceries when she noticed her car rolling back and went to the back of the car to try and stop it. Man, this was over a decade ago and I still can't wrap my mind around how we. #X200B, edit, the reason I can't fathom the explanation is twofold. For one, my mom was the one that found her after dropping me off at a friend's. Secondly, her front door was open, which suggests she got out of her car and walked the 20 to 30 steps to her front door before realizing her car was moving. Yet her driveway was small and sloped at such an angle that I find it very hard to believe that she could have gotten out, opened the front door, and made it back to the car to stop it with her body before it made it out of the driveway. RIP. I've seen a person get hit by their own car. They got out to tell a driver something, I don't know what, but the driver was pretty mad, I looked like, but it was at a red light. As they were walking back, some woman ran into his car not paying attention and his car ran into him. He wasn't hurt and I didn't stop. Many others did, so my story was pretty set with theirs. It was ducking unbelievable. Trying to do what Mr. Fredrickson did in Up. Juggling toasters in a bathtub while playing Halo. With friends. I break into the zoo and try to play pull the tail with the lions. Reincarnated as what? Myself? Another living being? Need to know some more terms here before anything is happening. Reincarnated as yourself. After reincarnation you can live your life as you want. Reincarnating as yourself is just a difficult word for respawning. Or being revived by that 1 in a million squad mate that actually knows that defibrillators are not an offensive weapon but a device to save lives. I'd live stream myself running from a wild tiger. With any luck I'd be reincarnated as a tiger and I'd bump into the tiger that killed me, forge an alliance and overthrow the ape overlords responsible for the near extinction of our species. After the fighting is done and the smoke clears, I'll look into his sick-ass tiger eyes and say, we did it, Tony, we're finally free. Tony, I love you. Cue tiger wedding and up-esque montage of me and my love Tony raising our cub, Tony Jr. Unfortunately, Tony Sr. starts drinking and Tony Jr. grows up in a rough household. Just rough enough to give him the creative angst to pursue show business as a career path. On the day he leaves I'll tell him, be as good as you can be, son, and he'll say, don't worry mom, I'm gonna be great. Edit, my first silver ever. Thank you so much, kind stranger. I would totally have your tiger babies. Roofed at Iastred. Hi, using a toaster on its side to make toast pizzas do wood. Using a knife as a makeshift skillet to pull the mini pizzas out and electrocuting myself after touching the element, flung backwards and accidentally falling on the knife, and ultimately dying in a house fire, toasted dude. Oddly specific. Sticking the Darwin Award up my ass. Man receives Darwin Award, hospitalized for inserting Darwin Award in own anus. I'm going to jump the fence into a gorilla enclosure at the zoo. Naruto run at the fence yelling, Harambe. Take a selfie while half my body is on the edge of a cliff. Masturbation a la rifle butt up the ass. Bonus points if you shoot yourself in the ass and the bullet exits out the top of your skull. 50 points for every major organ you hit.